Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to Snack Hacks with Nicole. I'm Nicole, obviously. Thank you guys so much for coming back. If you are returning and if you're new, welcome. This is where I share some of my healthy alternatives to some of my favorite unhealthy treats. With that said, we are going to go into chocolate today. We're going to go into peanut butter today. And if you like chocolate and you like peanut butter, you're gonna love this episode because it's almost like combining my favorite candy, which is Reese's peanut butter cups. Instead, though, we are going to be talking about it in cookie form. Maxine's Heavenly Peanut Butter Chocolate Chunk Soft Baked Cookies. Oh, doesn't that just sound amazing? Yeah. So these are what the cookies look like. And one cookie is a serving size. But you can have more than one, and I would say, because like I said, you're gonna see that these macros actually aren't that bad. So this is a cookie, right? So it's very soft and very kind of almost thick. And I'm gonna explain why. But I'm gonna put this back in here before I eat the whole bag because I have a feeling I'm gonna want a midnight snack. Okay, but so in that one cookie, there is 120 calories, okay? So that isn't too surprising because you have to remember that there's peanut butter in here and peanut butter is a higher calorie food. But we're gonna get to that part. We're gonna get to that part. So, one cookie, 120 calories, 7 grams of fat. Now here's why that might sound like a lot for one cookie, but it's actually not because 2.5 grams of it is saturated fat. So it's really just the peanut butter making up the fat. And peanut butter, sure, you could argue it's bad for you if you have too much of it, but I mean, what? It's not, frankly, it's not terrible. Compared to a regular cookie, yeah. And especially compared to a regular peanut butter cookie. Oh, snap. Okay. The sodium's really low in here as well. So you're at 25 milligrams. So that's actually means there's not a lot of salt in there. When it comes to cholesterol, there is 0 milligrams of cholesterol, which is great because that means there's probably not any eggs in here. That's pretty impressive, right? So if you're allergic to eggs, a lot of people I know don't eat eggs if they're vegetarians, things like that. There you go. Now we come down to our carbohydrates, where a lot of cookies are stuffed with carbs. These have 14 grams of carbs, but there's 2 grams of fiber in here because there are oats in here. Now, oats are a great source of fiber. It's really just like a big mound of oats, peanut butter, and chocolate, but the chocolate flavoring comes from dates. So dates are, frankly, I'm gonna be honest, I don't really know what dates are. But they're the better alternative to chocolate, I promise you that. So I don't even know how to describe dates. Does someone want to put that on there? Because I've had dates before, but I feel like they're so bougie that I just might not be classy enough for them. Yeah, so big sweet raisins, that's what dates are. So you're probably thinking, big sweet raisins do not, you can't fool me, that's not chocolate. Well, I just, force-fed my dad one. I made him, close his eyes and just put this whole cookie in his mouth at once. And he was like, oh my God, this is so freaking good. And he is, the king of Reese's peanut butter cups, right? And he just, gobbled it down. And I have a feeling that he's gonna be like, can you get me some now, too? No, these are mine. So, no, I share. But yeah, so obviously coconut sugar and dates are the better option to cane sugar and real chocolate. So it cuts out sugar, it cuts out carbs, and we're getting to the ingredients, but it cuts out unnecessary, unhealthy ingredients. So in addition, you only have 6 grams of sugar in the cookie, and only 4 of it's added sugar. Last but not least, we've got our protein. So peanut butter is a good source of protein, but this has 2 grams of peanut butter, 2 grams of protein in a cookie. So again, it's not a huge source of protein, obviously. There are protein cookies out there, and if you saw my episode on that, you'll know that there are better options for that, but this isn't going to be an option where it's going to provide nutrition value necessarily. This is more of an option where I'm going to get you to survive the holiday season without putting on, what do they call it? The holiday 15 or no, that's freshman 15, holiday weight gain or whatever it's called. You know, there's like a term for it. Like we all expect, you know, to gain weight over the holidays. These are going to get you through. I promise. So, just to kind of give you another look at this cookie, okay? Because we're going to be moving on to the micronutrients and then the ingredients. I want you to kind of see it's really just peanut butter, and it's clumped with oats, dates, and that's really it. So, and I don't know if they froze it or baked it or what, but there is no eggs in here. It's also non-GMO, gluten-free, plant-based, soy-free, and the first ingredient is oats. So, let's move on from the macros to the micros and the ingredients now. So, vitamin D, 0, of course. Calcium, you got 12 milligrams in here. Iron, 1 milligram, potassium, 112 milligrams. So again, snack foods, like I always say, they're not relatively known for having a lot of micronutrients. That's why getting your vegetables and getting your micros from vitamins are important, because they help synthesize the macronutrients and fueling your body with the right things. Now, like I said, the real selling point with this and why I was so keen to try it, and when I say keen to try it, I literally walk up and down the aisles of like grocery stores and I'm like, what looks good and what looks healthy? And I'll read labels and then I'll like set it back and then I'll come back. Like I probably look like I'm certifiably insane, but that's okay. That's okay. Because then I find things like this and I can, you know, be certifiably insane with some good treats. So the ingredients in here, we have gluten-free oat blend. So your oat blend is going to be oats, oat flour, and oat fiber. So what does that mean? You have a blend of oats that is gluten-free, and so if you have a gluten intolerance, you can't have these. And oat flour is much better than regular flour. It is better for you, and it is lower in carbs as well. And that is where fiber comes from as well. So you also have palm fruit oil. Now, I personally am not too familiar with palm fruit oil, but if it's similar to palm oil, it is just a form of a fatty acid, and it's kind of like adds to the peanut butter. Next, we have peanut butter coming from dry roasted peanuts. So if you are allergic to peanuts, if it's not self-explanatory by the fact that there's peanut butter in here, this product is not for you. But if you are not allergic to peanut butter or peanuts, and you like peanut butter, you're gonna love this. I promise. I certainly do. You also have some semi-sweet chunks of chocolate in here, okay? So what that is composed of is a little bit of cane sugar. That's going to be that 4 grams of added sugar that I mentioned. Unsweetened chocolate, which is better than sweetened chocolate because that means there's less sugar. You also have cocoa butter in here. So cocoa butter, it's better than regular butter when it comes to fat. And in addition, it adds that chocolatey flavor to it. You have white rice flour, which is better than regular flour because it's rice-based. You also have dates, organic coconut nectar. Now, coconuts are great for you. It's certainly not for everybody, but it doesn't taste like coconuts. What the coconut is in this is the coconut sugar, and that's what adds more sweetness to it without adding unnecessary cane sugar that is going to convert to fat and carbohydrates. Next, you've got organic coconut sugar. That's exactly what I just mentioned. Dry roasted peanuts, because like I said, this is a very peanut butter-y product. And it's clumped with peanuts in here as well. You also have water, of course. I'm sure that is part of the mixture in combining. You have flaxseed, which is a fantastic ingredient for your body. It's a healthy fat and a great ingredient for, it's along the lines of like seeds and nuts. If you like chia seeds, flaxseed is another great product for that. It's great in aiding in fat loss. You also have organic gum acacia. Now, that's kind of like, if you think of gum products, anything that requires any sort of like sticking together, that's what that's for. But what's great is it's organic. It's organic. Always look for organic. You also have a little bit of sea salt and baking soda. So those are just the baking ingredients to make the cookies. Now, like I mentioned, it's plant-based, so what's great is there's no milk, there's no dairy, there's no eggs, there's nothing that's going to cause my dairy intolerant people, my lactose intolerant people, problems with this. Same with soy, same with gluten intolerant people, and the best part, it's non-GMO. So non-GMO means genetically modified organisms. So anything that is chemically messed with. So I think the best part about this treat isn't so much the macros, although those are better than a regular Reese's peanut butter cup or a regular candy or a regular peanut butter chocolate chip cookie. It's the fact that they replaced some of these ingredients in those typical treats with better alternatives, and that's what made the macronutrients better and makes this the better alternative for you. So these are absolutely fabulous. I highly, highly recommend them. This was a treat that I was just like an impulse buy. And because I said, like, look at that. Doesn't that look bomb? It looks bomb, right? And let me tell you, it tastes even better. I was like, oh my God. Like, who made these? Whoever Maxine is, girl, thank you. So that concludes my episode today about my hack for Halloween week. Happy Halloween week, guys. Hopefully you have something fun planned. If you would like to try these out, you can go to the link attached to this video. It does support this channel. It's an affiliate link through Amazon. If you've got Prime, it all works the same way. It'll be at your house within 2 days, packaged up nice and perfectly. And we know how Amazon works, and it just helps support the channel and lets me know that you guys like these videos.